Well, you've driven me to hospital when I think I'm dying sometimes because of panic attacks.
Are you currently in a relationship with your father not supporting you at the time?
To tell you the truth, I don't think he was right or wrong.
We used to rock up at your house in the morning, 10 o'clock, to do a mix. And you didn't sleep yet.
But I didn't know that he used to bunk.
Damn.
He used to bunk.
I bunk Saturday detention too.
Go down to Paul Botner's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh my gosh. Take this man off the point, bro. True colors is coming out here. Okay, give me a clap again.
I'll restrain myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It's the Catch-Up Podcast, and we are powered by Crocs and, of course, Road, sponsored with all the sexy equipment. I am your host today, Blake the Champ, with my co-host,
Jared Smith.
And today we have a very special guest, someone who's very close to our hearts. He's definitely a brother to us, but also he is a phenomenal artist, musician, producer in the industry. He's worked with the likes of YoungstaCpt, Nasty C, Rick. The list goes on.
I didn't work with Ricky.
No, he didn't work with him, bro.
You
didn't work with him.
Okay, now I get into
Yeah, we knew each other, but we didn't actually end up working together.
No, but you have been. Alex even said you were in a weird mood this morning.
I'm not in a weird mood. I'm just trying to get it done so we can get things sorted. We're running out of time.
But he's filming and you saying the wrong names.
Okay.
No, bro.
Couldn't edit that out maybe. Let's do it again
No,
now.
but it is. You can't come with cuck energy like that.
Nah, but now you're killing the vibe here, man.
No, bro. No, I don't know. So I don't know so much if we should do this then.
Okay, just maybe you do that one part.
Huh? Or what?
You can just cut it. Edit
No, but have a bit of energy then, bro.
Nah, but I can't get quiet. This man's sitting here now saying we're not going to do the podcast. He drove all the way. Bro, April Fools. We tried to hold on to it as long as possible, but you were just enjoying it, bro.
I didn't want to take it too serious. I was going to take it up a notch and I thought,
I thought you were going to get up, man, bro.
Nah, I thought, no, maybe. Because he was trying to keep it. No, you can just read it at school. He kept me calm.
I had to check who you didn't work with because you worked with so many people. So yeah, guys, the guest today has worked with YoungstaCpt, Nasty C, Cassper Nyovest. The list goes on. And he's sitting right here with us. He is Ameen Harron. Let's make some noise for Ameen, guys. Bro, great to have you here. Just to kick things off and give people some perspective, you joined us on a school tour not too long ago called Best Foot Forward.
Yes, indeed.
And you didn't just join us on the tour to come and share your story, your life story, which we're going to unpack today, but you also created the official soundtrack. The soundtrack that plays.
That was fun.
Yeah, the soundtrack
that
plays in the beginning of this podcast. It was a dance challenge that we ran, and you put it together all by yourself. We came through, we had a lovely session. So yeah, you played a massive role in that project, bro. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having me a part of it.
How did you find the tour?
Yo, it was fun. It was really fun. And it was cool going to my old junior school.
And seeing the old teachers that we used to terrorize as kids.
Yes. Yo, that one was actually
shout out to Mr. Stewart.
One. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Stewart, Wyoming boys.
Represent, is that the one?
Best guy.
Is that, did these guys do it? Was that school? I went to SPs or whatever.
You didn't do that. You guys wait with that.
Okay, nah, that's a cooler one. You need to show the camera that
SP.
That's actually dope. Why wasn't that the Street Stylers logo?
I don't know.
Because you didn't ask his advice, dude.
He was massively involved in Street
I
Stylers.
know. I know. And you told me in the beginning, yeah.
So for those that's watching this podcast that don't know,
creativity came with age. I wasn't that cool back then.
at least we're here now. For those that don't know, we have a crew called the Street Stylers, which we turned into a business, right? Started when I was 14 years old. We used to perform at high schools, fashion shows, all of that. And from the very beginning, you need someone that can mix your music because the music is what gets the people. When you dance to relatable music and you got your sound effects and all of that, you need someone that's skilled in that department. We didn't know much about it. And Ameen was actually that person for us from the beginning. Not a lot of people will know that. Because of Ameen.
Guys, you guys were family. Come on.
Legit. Nah, but bro, honestly, I will say, you feel like my family. I always tell people, like, blood can't make us any closer.
For
You're
real,
literally
bro.
a brother.
For real, bro.
And that's just because of the love that you showed. You know, you're never selfish with anything that you have.
Dude,
feel that's
your
a-
mom literally was like, your mom is literally even like an extra parent to me. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even understand, bruh.
Same
yeah.
with your parents being in your house growing up. Bro. Yo, we were young, no?
My bro, for real. For real.
When
So-
did you meet Ameen?
Primary school, but I don't know if were you there from sub A?
Bruh, from first grade.
So I was there from sub B, grade 2. So we were there from grade 2 to grade 6, and then I left, and then high school as well.
So you did primary and high school?
Yes.
Both?
Correct.
And are you same year?
Same year. I think
Same year.
were you in Mr. Prentice's class, Wiggy? We were in class together, I'm
I
sure.
wasn't in Mr. Parental class. You called him Wiggy.
Sorry, sir,
Well, we got
if you're watching.
Mr. Parental wore like literally like a Lego man wig. Like
He
it's
looked
like
exactly like the Lego man.
That's why I'm calling him Wiggy.
But I didn't know that he used to bunk
Damn.
and go down to Paul Bothner's during high school. I didn't know that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing too liquor. It's
It's okay because if you get caught bunking, obviously you get Saturday detention. But he used to
no,
bunk,
bro, I bunk Saturday detention too.
go down to Paul Bothner's, and that's where is that where everything started through the bunking
Yeah.
and being at Paul Bothner's. Is that how the dream came
Why
alive?
is my eyes tearing so much? Damn, I'm laughing too liquor with you.
It's good.
It's what we call breaking, no?
Yeah, for real, no?
But it didn't start with producing first, if I'm not mistaken. Because the way that you and I met was way
Actually-
before Street Stylers. Is you guys had so Ameen was friends with my cousin Rastam,
Yeah.
and they had a crew, a breakdancing crew. And
Susa.
I was the techie. I was still doing Michael Jackson at the time. And they were teaching me how to breakdance. That's when breakdance became massive.
Yeah, but that's what made the street stylist stuff so easy because I understood your references were always Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So when it came to doing the sound effects stuff, I mean, like I watched that stuff growing up as a kid. I know what you were looking for.
For sure. And I remember we were at a party. Rastam was having a party. And you showed me how to do, the heartbeat can't really reach lekker. This one. Bro, this guy did the heartbeat in front of me. I couldn't believe my eyes. I practiced it 3 months after that. So you were first into dancing
Yeah, yeah.
Can he dance?
before music. Yes,
I
bro.
didn't know that.
You can cap a flare, brother,
Yes,
and a
bro.
windmill. A windmill, no?
Yeah,
You can do a windmill with ease.
I can still do my old things. It's just
The
different
body.
kind of strength now.
Of course, yeah. But it started
Yeah.
there. Did it start with dancing first?
Well, it started with actually wanting to DJ, but because I kind of thought you made music on turntables, or at least TV told us that at the time. So yeah, I mean, every time I saw people scratching on TV, there was generally a breakdancer. So I figured if I got the breakdancing, I get closer to turntables, and that's exactly what happened.
Immerse yourself in the culture. No?
Yeah.
Dive deep. And
That's
then
exactly what happened.
at what age, because now I'm hearing that you were banking and going to Paul Bothner's. So at what age did this start creeping in where it became more of a practical experience for you? And you were actually sitting with equipment or software and doing your thing?
Yo, bro. So I think it was a space where I was looking for DJ software and stumbled on the production software that I'm still using today, FL Studio. Back then it was called Fruity Loops. Yeah, I didn't get much equipment. My dad was a tough one to convince that this would turn into anything at that point. And yeah, I mean, eventually it took a little bit of time. It was all creative industries eventually get cracking with parents. But yeah, I think really only in my 20s did I start seeing signs of equipment when I started selling any form of music. So yeah.
So it took a while from the high school years
It took a while.
to get to and coming back to that, because the two of us always used to have this conversation, is we came up in a time where our parents were saying what we're doing is not an official career. You can't actually make money from
Hell
it.
yeah.
And to be fair to our parents, they were actually right, because no one was doing it and it wasn't official yet. We were the ones who became part of the first generation to actually make it official.
Damn
Not
right.
saying that we made our career paths what it is
No,
today.
we were the ones that fought.
We were there for the fight. We fought the good fight.
Forged
and we
it.
put in the time. So coming back to that, how was that for you with your father not supporting you at the time? And then what I want to know is when you started seeing support from him, what was that like?
Look, it was crazy, and I think also growing up, I realized also I guess becoming an uncle, you kind of see things a little bit differently. So I understand why he said what he said, and I mean that was the best advice he had at the time. And to tell you the truth, I don't think he was right or wrong. So
Fair enough.
it was just a case of like he could have been right, but that was up to me.
Yeah. I see it like this.
Yeah.
He was trying.
Yeah.
Because the journey of parent and child is first, you will make your parent a hero. You will make your parent the number one in your life, a role model. And then the second phase is you demonize your parents in the sense that you start to pick at things, their faults, you're looking for wrong in them, and you sort of separate in life. Then when you grow older, you realize that they're just human beings. They're all just trying. There's no book to this. There's no way. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. So I can relate to what you're saying on that is he was actually just trying his very best to look out for you. And we couldn't understand that vision because we had a different vision, which meant we had to be present in what we were doing.
Yeah, also the reality we grow up to and the possibilities we know are reachable are not the same possibilities they experienced growing up.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, we can't expect them to be in tune with what we know to be possible.
Yeah.
Like it's not something that is going to be convinced until it's convinced.
He played a motivational video for us once. We were traveling, and they said in the video, sometimes your parents or even people are too ancient in their thinking to understand what you have going on right now and what you see for the future.
For sure.
So you don't expect it from them. Don't expect to only do something if you're getting the right support elsewhere. It's your responsibility. This talent and this gift that we have, our success, is ours and ours alone. It's our responsibility. It's not up to them. But I'm sure when your father saw for you what he wanted for you was that you're making money from it, that you got stability, that you're working with big clients, that you're working with big names, that you're shining now, then he would be able to rest a little bit. And
It got to that point, like eventually, like when certain clients came through, like artists that he heard of or that he liked, rocked up at his door asking for me.
Yeah.
That's when things started changing.
Amazing. And I think it's for the journey of a father and a son, it's even more difficult. Because I feel like our mothers love us through anything.
Oh, yeah, for damn sure.
You know what I mean? You can do anything. Your mom's going to support you and love you and be there for you 100%. But the father understands the toughness you need in this world to survive. And it comes down to survival. So if he's not making your skin tough, if he's not preparing you, if he's not on your case, then you will crumble in other situations.
Sure.
You'll crumble in environments.
No, when I look at the mental fortitude that I've had to adapt, especially towards my work ethic, I can 100% tell you that was the work ethic that raised me. That was my dad.
But I like something that he said now. He said, and I think this is also where my mind is shifting to as I'm evolving, is that he said his dad wasn't right or wrong. It was his choice to decide which was the outcome.
Yeah.
And that's it. His dad could have been right if he didn't make certain choices. And I think that we as humans have lost the ability to recognize that given any circumstances, we still have the power to choose how we're going to respond or how we're going to rise above. And I think we're living in a society where we're allowing too many things, and I don't want to sound insensitive, we're allowing too many things to defeat us. We're turning, they say, molehills into mountains.
Facts.
I had to give you the trumpet there,
But
bro.
like also, I'm also in this space where I'm starting to just understand, like you kind of just have to understand that someone else's experience of their reality that might not be yours, and that's okay. But that's where the difference lies. And if you can understand their reality, there's less room for misunderstanding.
Speaking about overcoming, I think all of us are not shy to say what we've been through because we know it's what we've been through that makes us who we are today. As cliche as that sounds, I'm very proud of my own journey because I thank God for the struggles. That is the only way that you find success.
Yeah.
So, in terms of your challenges in life, we've had many conversations. It's not new to me, but for everybody watching, what would you say is something that you struggled with in your life that you've managed to overcome?
Or still working through but winning more.
I think the one that somehow evolves annually is discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah, discipline. Very big on discipline. Like when it came to creativity, I knew that I had to put in a certain amount of time and hours. That was a given. I paid my dues. But for starters, when it came to other factors in my life, I was a pure creative. Like no routine, no structure, no sleeping patterns. That's all changed. I mean, you know me and my sleeping.
Yeah, for sure.
I even know.
Yes, you do. But like, I mean, I'm going to sleep like anywhere between somewhere after 8 and somewhere just before 11
Yeah.
every night. And I'm up between 4 and 6 a.m. every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And massive difference?
The best. Absolute best.
I told you when you got here, I was like, bro, you look healthy.
Yeah. Like,
You
Because he
look
wasn't
like
sleeping like 4 days at a time, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, I think one of the biggest shifts though, so back in the day, I did MMA. And my old sparring partner at the gym that I trained at started his own gym, like literally 1.5 kilometers away from my place.
Lekker.
So, like, I have absolutely no excuse to go. That's why I excuse the bruised knuckles.
Lekker.
But
Making me list now.
yeah,
UFC 300, here we come.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it to fight like that. I'm just
I can
doing
put
to
it-
stay sharp.
I can put it into perspective for people. We used to rock up at your house in the morning, 9, 10 o'clock, to do a mix. And you didn't sleep yet. And you were drinking energy drinks from the night before, finishing other work. Literally, you tell us to come over in the morning. Like I think we all start in the day
Yeah,
together.
I forgot about that.
And this guy's running from last night's fuel, just popping energy drinks. And when we're done, that's when he'll take his rest. And that was a normal routine for you. No? I'm not saying a once in a while thing.
Your play energy drinks, the way they powered my career unintentionally. Damn.
But I mean, I know we've also had conversations before. You were part of those conversations, and I can speak from my own experience. I've had my own journey with anxiety and depression and overthinking and panic attacks, and I know you've had your own journey with mental health.
Yeah.
Can we maybe like dive into that a bit? How is that
for sure.
today? How did you navigate that? What was it like for you?
I think you shared it at the school, no? Anxiety. You said that.
Yeah.
Anxiety. I had anxiety.
Especially as a kid, I remember you said, eh?
Yeah, like I guess, like I realized like in high school when do you remember Badiwe
Yes.
Rala
Yeah.
when he passed away? That hit me, and that's when my anxiety started. Like at that point, I realized like reality is tangible and very perishable. Yeah.
So I think one thing I can relate to is when 3 years ago when COVID hit, I started having panic attacks and they didn't stop. And I think what that really showed me was because panic attacks make you feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
And I think what I was so afraid of in the moment was that I'm going to die prematurely. I'm going to die young. I'm not going to see my beautiful daughters grow up. And that whole season made me appreciate life so much more because I'm like, life is so fragile. I don't think we grasp it, and I don't think we're grateful enough for every breath that we take in. So that is what I took from that experience. But to have anxiety, for those who have anxiety and panic attacks, much love to you guys because we know that's not an easy journey, and it's
Yeah.
sometimes a long road. Eh?
Yeah, lots of people lost so many loved ones during COVID. That definitely taught us a lot to respect about life.
How much, how did you guys overcome it? I've had also my own experiences with feeling anxious and so on, but I know that the level that you're talking about is on another level where actually physically it affects you because I've been with you through it all and you can't, even if you try with your mind to overpower it, you feel like you just can't help.
Well, you've driven me to hospital when I think I'm dying sometimes
Yeah.
because of panic attacks. And I
Yeah.
think for me, what I've had to learn to do is, obviously I tried the medication thing, but I've also had to learn that I'm actually not dying. And it's my body physically reacting to whatever it's reacting to. And now I try and, this might sound silly, but when I have a panic attack, I literally go into a fetal position, I hold a pillow and I ride it out for about 45 minutes. It physically feels like my body's dying. I can't do anything about it. I can't deny it. Sometimes we spoke about this as well on WhatsApp. I go and swim in cold water. I don't know if you remember this because I asked your advice, and this was about 2 years ago. I go and swim in like a ice cold rock pool in Cork Bay. And I would submerge myself, and it actually helps your nervous system. So when I was having a serious panic attack, I would speed from my house, which is close. Sorry, speeding is not a good thing. Get there, dive in the water, immerse myself, and it would actually drop my heart rate and make me calm.
Dude, best thing you could have done. You asked how I got over it. Like low-key sleeping better in cold showers.
Sleeping better and cold showers.
Yeah, and there's also this one little nugget that helps a lot. It's like somebody told me that I think it's when you fear the past, it's or have like negative emotion towards the past, that's depression.
Yeah.
And when you have negative emotion towards the future, it's anxiety.
Yeah.
So I usually catch myself in those moments and ask myself what I'm worrying about.
Damn, that's powerful,
like,
bro. I never heard that before.
Really?
So if you have negative emotions towards your past, then you're depressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you have negative
You're
emotions,
stuck there. Like it's literally thoughts that hold you from that part that keep you away
a
from
prison.
this moment.
that makes so much sense, though.
Yeah.
That-
like
I've
when you
never heard
depressed,
it
it's
before. That
Shit
hit
that
me.
happened to you.
That's powerful, bro.
Sorry.
No, you can, bro.
swear.
Go.
That's
All good,
easy.
bro.
All
But,
good.
yeah.
I think that's why in
Keep
NA,
it G.
sorry to bring it up, in NA, one of the things that I love about NA is they say, just for today. They say, live in the moment, in the now. Even in many religions, they talk about that,
Yeah.
living in the present, because that is all that is real. You know,
Yeah.
if we're living based on what was or what if, we're going to be either depressed or super anxious.
Another thing on top of that is what I've noticed about both of you is exercise makes a difference. Don't you feel that exercise has changed things for you?
Massively.
Because it's such a reward for the soul. It's such a reward for your mind and your body.
When I first went to go get my when I first went for basically a dietary assessment, I was told that a lot of my anxiety was actually dietary based.
Yeah.
So I believe that first off, on like before you get to even address your mind, you first have to be right with your body. So
Power, bro.
like, I mean, how are you like people say lack of sleep
Yeah.
triggers anxiety.
Does.
Got you. Can I ask you to
Baby
swing your
sleep.
mic closer in, bro? I
No problem.
wanna feel that he's dropping all the bombs
No,
here
like-
today.
I mean, like we just spoke about it. I never slept much.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping better. No
Energy
more
drinks.
anxiety. Yeah, yeah. The only time I do caffeine is like when I absolutely need to stay awake, and those are when deadlines get pushed forward and are unexpected, and those are things that you can't help but be ready for.
So then,
But-
can I ask you this? Okay, we're gonna get to the busyness now because that's the juice of the conversation. Here is Ameen's life day to day. What is you don't have to run us through the entire day, but in terms of exercise and diet and stuff, where are you at with that?
So like I have a lot of food allergies. So I had something cool though. Like my whole life I was like, like fuck these food allergies. And what's it now? These somebody told me it's like, nah, like you don't understand what you like they told me something extremely spiritual, but it made a lot of sense to me on some level, but or at least it brought me some comfort. But but they basically said like every person has been sent to this earth and there were certain contracts drawn before you. You agreed to certain things before you arrived on this earth, and certain things were meant to serve you and certain things weren't, and the food that I ingest serves me, and I can tell you that for damn sure that it does. Now that I'm actually in tune with what I'm eating correctly, I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it, and it's made the world a difference. So I've gone full keto basically. I used to be vegan. My dietitian asked me to add fish and eggs into my diet. It's been the biggest game changer. And yeah, I basically wake up every morning at dawn, train, and have my eggs and get my day moving.
But what's interesting is this, and what I've come to realize, because what you're speaking about now, the mental health and gut is linked. They actually say that your stomach is your first brain. They say the same neural pathways and sensors that you have in your brain, you have in your gut. So if your gut bacteria is not correct, that can cause depression and anxiety.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, because
They
all the
overlook that.
preservatives in the food, And if you've got RBS and your colon's inflamed by spicy food, that can all serve as a symptom or cause to anxiety and depression.
Yeah, guys, we're also not doctors or dietitians.
Yeah, we're
or
just talking
anything.
about our own experience.
Yeah, so go do your own research as well. We're not recommending for you. It's our personal experience. But massive, bro, that we understand, like you said, discipline-wise, that it's important to keep a balance, that everything works in terms of full circle. So your career can flourish and you can get better and better because you're putting in the hours in the dark times, is making an effort to train every day, focusing on what you're eating. Those small things contribute to Ameen holistically. And then in terms of your career, then you can be, your cup is full, basically.
But I mean, he said discipline. And I think the thing that we spoke about on the school tour a lot is that some of the greatest things that we will ever do for ourselves don't come by feeling, but come by force.
Yeah.
And what I mean is, like, if we're going to base discipline on a feeling, we're never going to have discipline.
Yeah, you have to literally lean into the discomfort.
Yeah, force yourself.
Like literally teach yourself the cold shower. You'll find out what that's about. Like learn about that discomfort and go into that. Like
and create that habit, yeah.
Yeah.
The hard part is actually only the beginning, to be quite honest. Is giving yourself that first chance to try.
That's when people
I feel
quit,
like that's the beginning. Same with exercise. When you're in the rhythm for 2 weeks or so, it's really not that bad as it was the first day that you started. Exactly. And a lot of people don't think about it that way because everybody's still stuck on their first day. Still need to take the step.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it was funny just yesterday in the gym. Like we were, I was chilling with my sparring partner after warm-ups, and we were like, "Damn, do you remember when these used to hurt like hell, and we'd dread them, and even not come to class because they'd hurt so much." Like, sure. And now it's like we fly through them. Like both him and I end up we're half an hour early before class.
Sure, our bodies are amazing, eh? Our bodies are amazing.
Yeah.
We actually underestimate ourselves.
We can adapt.
Talking about us being amazing, bro, I'd like to know more about the work that you're doing at the moment because you're always busy, always evolving. Can you tell us about a project that you're currently working on that feeds your soul, that you're very happy about, that you're very proud of?
Well, right now I'm really focusing on my amapiano music, and it's really doing that for me. And the results seem to be doing the things on TikTok according to the shares and the amount of people using the sounds. Like, shout out to everybody seeing this and using the sounds, by the way. Like, I think I saw last night one of my sounds had 22 million views.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, like it's like, I mean, collective obviously from usages of everybody, cumulative. But yeah.
For the people that don't know, can you tell us exactly what those sounds are? Because you are making this music.
So I'm a noob to TikTok.
No stress.
Like, I ended up putting up amapiano on there and people liked it. And then TikTok also started sending me things to make for them, for the amapiano stuff. And yeah, it's all going full circle, but it's turning into something that I'm genuinely enjoying. Like, nice. I'm pretty much almost only committing my energy there right now.
Love it.
Yeah, just because, like, I mean, it's getting me gigs. Like, I'm getting cool genre, I'm getting the DJ out again, and I'm enjoying that. Like, I'm making music people are liking, and while working on particularly like remixes that people already like. Yeah. And throwing it out online.
But in terms of the amapiano music, I'm really trying to like elaborate more on what it is that you actually do, because you are creating your own music, correct?
Yeah.
And are you remixing songs? Are you using other music to remix in, or
a little bit of both? A little bit of both. Like, I think one of the fun things that I'm getting to do right now is that, like, for instance, usually if I use a sound, sometimes you upload it online, TikTok flags that shit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is now copyright, taking the sound down, and now your video is there and it's on mute, and you just look like a France.
We have to bleep the word France for South African viewers.
But yeah, basically, what I'm getting now from them is where they're sending me like, for instance, like certain trending sounds, royalty-free sounds,
Okay, that's cool.
and making me a remix like those.
Okay, that's good.
Like official amapiano remixes of
Nice.
these sounds that they would now utilize and plug into their system. So yeah, I'm enjoying that because it's something a little bit different. Because I mean, when I say sound, it's not necessarily a song that I get the remix. I mean, it's not that all the time. Like we do get those, but like on some, like they might tell me, like for instance, like the one I just finished for them now. Remember that hot like a heater?
Yeah.
That I'm hot, too hot like a heater. That one. They got that sound, and we just finished the thing to it. There's literally just been a hold up because of some artwork situation, because I don't know what happened.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think the designer left out my last name, and for some reason iTunes has a problem with that.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to put in my last name, and now it's pending. But
Talking about your
that's one
name
for TikTok.
for TikTok, on social media, what's your handles?
It's at Ameen Harron.
Both Instagram and
everything.
TikTok, everything.
Yeah.
At Ameen Harron, perfect.
Something that a lot of people won't know, and I don't know if this is still valid, but your favorite superhero is Iron Man.
Yes.
Tell us why.
I think there's something about the ability to create your circumstance.
I feel like you're gonna say
entices
something mad
me.
again, bro. Can you put the mic? Yeah.
No, it's not actually that deep. It's just like something that the ability to create your circumstance. Like I feel like a lot of people relate to superheroes because there's certain things about them,
Yeah.
like either that they are that they pride about, look up to, or insecure about. Like for instance, the character Doctor Doom was made because Stanley was a little bit insecure about his body. Like
Okay.
Dr. Doom had a mangled body, so he put a suit of metal armor over him to cover him, and nobody could ever see what he was about. But he was high-key, possibly one of the most powerful supervillains in Marvel.
Sure.
So there's that. But when it comes to Iron Man was just literally, as he even said it in the movie, a man in the can. Like he just created his opportunity, created his own AI, created his own suit, created his own weapons and arms dealing situation. Like it's the ability to shape reality from nothing without being super.
Sure. And I think I read, as I was doing a little bit of research on you now, something that stood out for me that was super powerful, that you said that it's a normal man that used his mind to stand next to superheroes.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I think that really hit me. I'm like, wow. He basically used his mind, his abilities, his perspective to create a circumstance or a situation that allowed him to stand next to superheroes that were born like that.
Yeah.
Look, some people say the same thing about Batman, partly true as well, except, Batman had Mr. Fox to create all of his privileges for him. So
I hear you. Speaking about superheroes, I think that we all have our own special set of skills. Speaking about Iron Man as well. What would you say are 3 special skills that you've developed over the years that have helped you to grow? And when you think about these skills, now think about things that you first used to struggle with, and now you are actually owning those. Like discipline, for example, is one. Maybe don't do that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely a biggie. I feel like it's all somehow rooted in discipline, though. It's literally everything that I've struggled with. I've needed the discipline to kind of push through, and that's why discipline is so big to me.
Okay.
Like, for starters, like if I had to tell you, I struggled with sleeping, like it took discipline to do that.
For sure.
Like I struggled with staying in shape. It took discipline to do that.
Discipline.
Basically, I realized I had a conversation with old friend of mine recently, and he was basically telling me something about like there being terms and conditions with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, how do you conduct you for the best version of you if you were to have a best version of you.
Sure.
That's the terms and conditions you have to hold yourself accountable by.
Sure.
So if Jared was to upset me in this moment, what's the best version of my response to that? Because like if I was to overreact, that's against my terms and conditions about me. That's not how I see myself. That's not my best version of me, how I would respond to that naturally. But all that again comes back to discipline.
Got you.
Self-control in the moment.
I wanted to ask you a random question about your love life, bro. With all the busyness and so on and having a career like this, it's very difficult to get in a relationship sometimes. And I just wanted to know, I haven't seen you for a while. Are you currently in a relationship? Or you with someone?
Yes.
It's a long-term one, hey?
Yeah.
It's still the same lady.
Yeah, I have structure now, so that helps.
Nice.
But my girl has so much fortitude regarding when it comes to me and my hours particularly, because like I literally have like a system, like in the week, Monday to Friday, like I am a slave to my craft, but the time that I'm with her, I'm cut off from everything else.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Literally like a put your phone away type of vibe. Just be present.
Everything.
Balance. That's amazing, man.
Unless it comes down to something that genuinely requires my attention that I can't escape from, and she's been hella supportive through those times.
Amazing. One thing that we like to chat about before we close off is a quote that you live by, and if it's not a specific quote, just something that you do live by that's inspiring to others, a message for the people.
Well, right now, the thing that's been the driving force to everything on that I've been doing, it's literally I don't know where my phone is, but it's like here we go. It's the quote on my phone. It's the thing that's on my screen.
Yeah,
it's how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yo,
man.
So that's me right now.
And if we unpack that a little bit,
yo,
that's big, bro. Because I was watching, who was it? Sadhguru. I was watching a YouTube video. I love to watch YouTube videos to fill my cup. And he was saying, who are you? What is your understanding of who you are? Because you think that you are just your body. This is just you. But that's not true. Everything that you do in your life, everything that you have, the clothes that you wear, the way that you speak, the relationships you have, everything is actually a reflection of who you are as a person. Because you create this world. So that's actually, it's big on what you're saying, is the way you do one thing is how you do everything. It's really bigger than what we think it is. You have the power to reflect your identity in many different things other than maybe just your body or just your shell.
Yeah, and it's a crazy way to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Like damn.
That's my one. That's of this past couple of 3-4 years now, no? I would say, let's call it COVID times.
Yeah.
The number one skill that I've managed to really take on and own is accountability. Is before I never understood it. If I didn't want to be wrong about something, I would make up any excuse as to why it's not my fault. And actually owning it and allowing it to be your fault is the only way that you can actually grow through something and you can become better. So that accountability, that's my word. Is if someone had to ask me, I would say owning accountability. Learning that when people tell you you can be better in something, they're not saying you're stupid or you're a failure or you messed up, or all they're saying is, this is how you can be better. My mentality is, okay, I like this. It's a challenge. I'll take it.
One thing is how you do everything.
Yeah, brilliant, bro.
But it's so true. It's literally the way you live your life. If you think you can live your life in different phases, different stages, different areas, that's not true. Because as it says, the way you live your life in one way, it's definitely gonna infiltrate all the other areas of your life.
Yep.
Even if you try and deny that. And I think, coming to the accountability, something for me that's become really real is, and something that I've really struggled with over the years, is honesty with myself. I've had these sort of blind spots that I wasn't willing to look at, and it held me back in a lot of ways. In the season I'm in now, I'm willing to get more real with myself, even though it's very uncomfortable. But it's the only way to a greater version of myself. And if I'm not willing to go down that road, then I'm going to stay stuck and remain who I am. And that's not what I want for myself.
And you get back so much peace when you're willing to do that.
That's it.
We're very uncomfortable with taking that journey, to overcome something that's a giant to us. But you actually get so much peace afterwards, bro. Ameen, we can't thank you enough for sharing yourself, sharing your story, sharing your time with us.
No stress,
We
guys.
know
Thank
that
you for having
everybody
me.
enjoyed it.
Always good to see you.
Quick question before we bounce. If you could be any gibbet, what would you be and why? There's a picture behind you if you want to check some. And there's some over there.
You know what? Let's just keep it simple and call it the Marvel gibbet for now.
The Marvel gym, just to keep it
Just
simple.
to keep it simple. Actually, maybe the Wu-Tang one. If I'm being honest.
That was dope. I also caught that.
Actually,
I
maybe the
definitely made
Wu-Tang
sure I
one.
got
Maybe
that.
the Wu-Tang one.
And why would it be the
Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang one though?
I'm an old school kung fu movie fan. I mean, like kung fu movies. I grew up listening to Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, like in high school, I had the Wu-Tang video game. Like
It's home.
I was a big fan of Wu-Tang. Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bro, we appreciate you. Wishing you all the best in your journey ahead. And we look forward to having you at more schools with us as well.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Solid shot, brother.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our first episode. We thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Please like, subscribe, turn on that notification so you don't miss the next one. Over to you, Mr. Champ.
Comment below who you want to see next on the show. And we can't forget a big shout out to Crocs and to Road for powering the show. You guys are absolutely amazing. Like you said, we're running a cool competition on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever. Any platform, share the show. Share about it. Tag us in @inspire.equip.everyday and @BlakeTheChamp. And we'll repost and you will qualify. Each episode, we're giving away 3 Crocs and free gibbets. Let's go.